del manual de EnglishConnect 3, haga lo siguiente. Recuerde que la lectura está diseñada para su experiencia al escuchar a un hablante típico de inglés sin ayudar a su capacidad para comprender o conversar en inglés. Recuerda, la conversación es confianza. Habla en voz alta y libremente. Nadie quiere que fracasen, especialmente su Padre Celestial. Lee siempre los subtítulos. Pausa el video cuando sea necesario. Reduzca la velocidad del lector en el video cuando sea necesario si usa YouTube. Aunque es posible que otras plataformas no tengan esta opción. Repetición, repetición, repetición. Repite, repite, repite. Marca las palabras con las que tienes problemas cuando la pronunciación o el significado sean confusos o desconocidos. Pero no detengas la fluidez de la oración. Simplemente regrese y comience la oración de nuevo con las correcciones necesarias.
A goal not written is only a wish.
Record your progress or your progress will fail. Si usted no habla inglés, debe estudiarlo al servir como misionero, ya que será para usted una bendición en su misión y en el resto de su vida. El aprendizaje del inglés le permitirá ayudar a edificar el reino del Señor de formas adicionales y será una bendición para usted y para su familia.
Okay, stargazing. 131 and a half, start passage 2, stargazing. Dawn. Okay. In the early morning, dawn is, this is the definition of dawn. Dawn is the early morning when the first light appears in the sky. Example, birds love to sing at dawn before the sun is in the sky. 2, outer space. These are all nouns, by the way. The region beyond the Earth's atmosphere where there are stars and planets. Example, whenever George looked at the stars at night, he wanted to go to outer space. Number 3, dust grains, noun. Fine powder made of small pieces of hard rock. Example, the dust grains in outer space circle the sun. 4, orbit. The path of a planet follows as it moves around the sun. Example, the Earth has a smaller orbit than the planet Mars. Okay? Definite passage is, this is the passage using dawn, outer space, dust grains, and orbit. Your friend Megan has been learning about stars and the universe recently. She sent you this article about stargazing. Stargazing for beginners. Have you ever seen the stars in the sky on a clear night? It is an amazing experience to see thousands and thousands of stars. Sadly, if you live in a place with lots of people, this is difficult. The lights from houses and buildings make it difficult to see many stars in the sky. If you want to see stars better, try these ideas. First, go to a place with no people or buildings. It is very important to not use any kind of light. It must be completely dark. Second, let your eyes get used to the dark. Wait for 20 minutes in the darkness. Third, look up at the stars. You will be able to see so many stars. It will be an incredible experience, and that's true. I've done that. Haven't done it in a while. Wish I have. I mean, this kind of thing. Sometimes you're so close to the forest, you can't see the trees. That's what they say. When you step back, then you begin to see the magnificence of God's handiwork. Okay. Then you have questions. We're going to skip over that. But they do have a passage here called the zodiacal light. So they're going to ask you to give this a title. Zodiacal light. What is the zodiacal light? The zodiacal light is a light arising from the horizon. It is sometimes called the false dawn. The zodiacal light looks similar to dawn, but is not the same thing. How does the light appear? It appears when sunlight reflects off dust grains in outer space. These pieces of dust are spread out along the orbits of the planets. They move with the planets as they move in a circle around the sun. Seeing the zodiacal light is truly an amazing experience. You can see the light in both spring and autumn. You will see the light in the evening in the spring. In autumn, you will see the light just before dawn. Okay, so you got the evening and the dawn. This may be surprising information. Clearly, spring and autumn are at different times of year in different parts of the world. However, it doesn't matter where you are on Earth. You can still see the light at night in spring and in the morning in autumn. It is an incredible phenomenon that you can see it anywhere in the world during spring or autumn. The second paragraph from the article does not have a topic sentence. Look at the paragraph again, write a topic sentence for this paragraph. So that would be, they said zodiacal light. So anyhow, okay, and then there's your questions. And now we're going to do sushi in Phoenix. Sushi is a Japanese food that has cold rice shaped in small pieces with fish on top. Example, I like the sushi at that Japanese restaurant because the fish is fresh. Celebrate. This is a verb. Sushi is a noun. Celebrate's a verb. To do something special for a special event such as a birthday. Example, we like to celebrate the birthdays in our family with cake and ice cream. And 3, anniversary. This is a noun. A special date that people celebrate each year because something special happened on that date. Example, we are celebrating our 10th wedding anniversary this year by going to Disneyland. Okay. Passage. People often like to do something special to celebrate their wedding anniversaries. Abby wants to go to a sushi restaurant with her husband, Mike, for their anniversary. She wants to find a very good restaurant. She asks her friends on her social media page for suggestions of good sushi restaurants. This is her posts and some responses. Okay. This is the social media world, all right? Just a little note about social media. You want to be careful. Social media is a wonderful thing. You can get a lot of good things out of it, but also social media can be your nemesis. It can be the thing that haunts you for the rest of your life. Never, ever, ever speak badly or ill on social media. Don't do it. Never do it. Everything good comes from you being good, being positive about what you. Now you can be aligned with two different areas. However, even in that, know that alignment you need to create possibly an escape. What are some conditions in being aligned that way? I can agree with this political persuasion, this religious persuasion, this social environment, unless this happens. So when you do that, you kind of protect yourself. You're saying, well, they weren't consistent with what I thought. For me, at the heart of my character is my faith, and so I'm never afraid or going to step away from that confidence that I have in that with anybody. So whatever I write, they're very positive about that, and I don't speak negative of other things. You don't reach out, try to find a way to say something about somebody else's world. You stay true to yours, and you don't have to come down the middle. I've got to look into both sides here and trying to show you that. There's good in all things. You just hope that well, it's not true, but most things. All right, let's go here. 131. Okay, we're going to do something about this sushi thing. Hi, guys. Mike and I want to go for sushi for our 10-year wedding anniversary tonight. Does anyone know a place in Phoenix that is better than RL or Sushi Masters? Any suggestions? Apparently, they already have kind of not a good feeling about those two places. And she didn't have to say much. She just kind of, inferred. We like Sushi 201 in Tempe by Arizona State University. They have great salad and a selection of drinks there, too. Another gal says, Miranda Johnson says, Fuji sushi is great, but it's expensive. Do you want to try a Thai-style sushi? If you do, there's a place called BAD Sushi. It sounds bad, but it means best and delicious sushi. The restaurant is quite attractive. Many of their rolls are fried. It is great. And then there's Susie Nelson. It's your anniversary? Congratulations. Has it been 4 years already? Or did you get married 5 years ago? I can't remember. Anyway, go to Fish Haven. It is the absolute best. You will have a great time. You can sit and catch and watch them prepare your food. Tom Schneider, I agree with Susie. My girlfriend and I go straight to Fish Haven almost every Friday. Go during happy hour. It is every day from 5 to 7 p.m. Everything is 50% off then. However, they are closed on Sundays and they do not open until 5 p.m. It's on the corner of 5th and Main Street. Now, I like the way he said it. He complimented this other gal, and he gave a full itinerary on when to get the best meals, best prices, best times, and when they're open, when they're not closed. That was Tom Snyder's was excellent. However, he could also have said, though, if you don't think the Fish Haven or you can't get to Fish Haven at the right time, the right way, you could also try some. So introduce a new one. Thanks, guys. Those ideas sound promising. Okay, your school definition: attend, to go to. So that's the definition. Attend is the word. That's a verb. To go to. That's what it means to go to. Example: we attended East Side Elementary School for 6 years. Okay, and then you have some questions. Here's another one. Balloon postcard. Okay, this is going to be a passage here to read. the 10th just had a question. It's an exercise for you. Okay, here we go with definitions. Postcards. A card with a picture on the front used in short letters. Example, I sent my mother a postcard when I went to Peru. Balloon, a round, colorful piece of plastic that you blow air into. Example, there were many blue balloons at Timmy's birthday party. And 3, attach, verb, to join one thing with another thing. Example, Mary attached the card to the balloon. Okay, now I go to passage. Each person in Jose's class wrote a postcard. They attached the postcards to balloons. Each postcard had a return address. The balloons floated away and landed somewhere new. Someone found Jose's postcard and wrote back. Read the letter that this person wrote. This is Colby's letter to this fellow named Jose, who is sending postcards by balloon and littering across all of Mexico. How are you? Hello from Canada. Oh, well, it's from Canada. I found your postcard. It came all the way to Alberta, Canada. I know you are from California because of your postcard. It is surprising that it traveled so far. Now, that's kind of neat. Anyhow, yesterday I was walking to my friend's house. I saw something colorful in a tree. It was your balloon. When I got close, I also saw a postcard attached to it. I liked the picture on the front. It was cool to see California. I've never been to Los Angeles. I ran to my friend Jason's house and showed him the postcard. We do not know anyone from California. What is it like where you live? Is it hot every day? It must be very warm there. It's very cold in Alberta in the winter. What do you like to do in California? I bet you go swimming a lot. Have you been to Canada? There are a lot of fun things to do here. You can play hockey and go snowboarding, and there are lots of cool hikes. Could you possibly visit us in Canada? Jason and I would love to meet you. I would also love to visit you sometime. Enjoy the weather in California. Right back soon. And there's questions on that. That's page 134 again, if I said the first time. All right, 135. Let's see how much time we got. What are we at here? All right, we're good. We're good. Okay, 135. Negotiate. Tutor. Definition for the word tutor, which is a noun. A person who helps students study after class, kind of like me. I'm a tutor. What I do is I tutor. Listen, tutorials, what I'm trying to do is let you hear my mouth speak. Trying to say the words that you might be reading that you don't know. The question stuff is all coming out of the reading. So I don't have to read the questions. I don't have to read the answers. What my goal is to help you know what it's like to hear an English speaker, okay? Hopefully I'm doing a good job, and hopefully you're telling your friends that this is a great good place to go if you really want to understand how an English speaker pronounces and his speed of thought, his wording, his sentence structure, his thought. I don't have anything written down here. This is all, I'm just talking as if I was your friend. And in a way, I hope I am. So anyhow, here we go. Passage, okay, this is Ben from math class questions. Okay, so he's got some questions. We're not going to go with that. Let's see, passage leading with love. Christ-like leadership comes from love. Christ loved those he led. Something as simple as keeping in touch with those you lead can show your love for them. Below are examples of ways to keep in touch with those in your ward family. Now that would be consistent with what we're trying to do. So is there any requirement for me to stay in touch with y'all? No. Is there a possibility that I probably will? I don't know. We can put that together. We can see if that would work for folks who say, I appreciate what you did, but can you tell me how to do this? Can you tell me what else have you seen? There's other places to learn English. This isn't. It's the same thing with Spanish for me. I can use certain programs, but there's apps out there that have all kinds of aids that help you do a great job. But there's nothing like this. This is totally unique. This does not happen. So you can tell your friends, if you want to hear somebody speak straight up English, here I am. All right. Christ-like, okay, let's read that again. Passage 2, leading with love. Christ-like leadership comes from love. Christ loved those he led. Something as simple as keeping in touch with those you lead can show your love for them. Below are examples of ways to keep in touch with those in your ward family. One of your church leaders writes in this text. Hi, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a little while. I wanted to make sure you are okay. Reply to this text. You are responsible for the youth in your ward. One of them has not been to church in a few weeks. Write a text and invite him or her to come to the Wednesday night activity. Your bishop writes you this text. Hello, I need some help this weekend. We are doing a service project for Sister Jones. Can you come? Reply to this text. Your ward is having a party next Sunday. There will be a dinner and games. Write a text inviting your neighbor to the ward party. Okay, so basically they're looking for some kind of an event that there's a common interest. And then they're saying respond You notice that an older man in your ward has trouble getting to church. Write him a text and offer to help him get to church on Sunday. Those are all things that we do, that we can do. And I need to write some letters to some of the youth. We only have two. Let's see, we have two, three. We got one that's going on a mission. We have two others that don't really have an interest. They're two young ladies. The one that's going on a mission is a young lady, awesome girl. And so are the two. And then we have a young boy, but he rarely comes. Then there's some that are totally inactive. Got baptized and never came back. So I have work to do. Texting takes over. Definitions: relationship, how people get along. That's relationship. Example: my mother and I have a very good relationship because we talk often. Number two, excited, very happy about something. Example: I was very excited to see the new Star Wars movie with my family. That's kind of old. Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. Number three, reunion, getting together with people you haven't seen for a time. Example: in July, we had a fun reunion with friends from long ago. Okay, now passage. The following reading is based on an article called "Keep Texting from Taking Over." Oh, it's from a magazine called The Leona, which we used to get at our house. The following reading, okay. I am so excited to see my friend again, one young woman kept telling her parents as she prepared for the special reunion. She had recently returned home after having lived far away. She had looked forward to this moment for a long time. The two friends saw each other. They were all smiles. They hugged and laughed at each other, and they left together. But the parents were surprised when their daughters returned home much earlier than expected. What went wrong? They asked. I was so excited to talk the way we used to, but she just spent the whole time text messaging her other friends. Texting can be a wonderful way to, that's so sad. That is so sad. Oh my gosh, guys, don't ever sit in front of human beings and text away. I teach a language class on some here with some of the not members, but they're local people in the area. And they'll sit there and they'll be texting. I go, oh my gosh, do they not get the opportunity they have here? No, whatever, it's life. Texting can be a wonderful way to communicate and build relationships, but it's not the relationship itself. Texting can be managed and kept in control. Then it can be good and useful. However, if it is allowed to take over, it can be bad and even hurt relationships. So here's a challenge. Put down your cell phone more. Look up and talk to the person in front of you. Okay, here's the catch. The reason they had the good relationship, even though this girl had lived far away, they were in constant contact. They kept this alive by this texting program. So what was beneficial on one side became, uncomplimentary to the relationship. You're my friend at a distance on a texting machine. That's not healthy. Okay. You gotta understand there's a time and place. Okay.
Si realmente desea asistir a las universidades presentadas en este programa, puede lograr ese objetivo de hábitos diarios de estudio continuo que incluya en su misión los requisitos. El capítulo 7 del nuevo Predicad mi Evangelio es específico en el requisito de que aquellos misioneros que utilicen esta misión para edificar una sólida red de miembros y compañeros sean bendecidos por la presencia constante de experiencias impulsadas por la educación. No dejes que esta misión se quede corta en todo lo que puede ser orar, estudiar, aprovechar las bendiciones del don de lenguas y Dios bendecirá tus esfuerzos con éxito aquí y después de tu misión. Tú eres el amo de tu futuro siempre y cuando sigas las impresiones del Señor.
Puede asistir a cualquiera de estas instituciones en línea, BYU Idaho o Ensign College, después de completar el programa EnglishConnect, a través de BYU Paswa Worldwide Paswa a precios reducidos tanto para miembros de la Iglesia como para amigos de la Iglesia.